We are in the Seipasa Experimental Center, very close to L'Alcudia, in Valencia, where our industrial complex is located. In an area of 1,000 square meters, we carry out all the trials and efficacy studies on the bioherbicide product that are part of our participation in the AGROSUS project, an EU-funded initiative that brings together 16 partners from 11 European countries, including some of the continent's most prestigious universities.
The AGROSUS project identifies appropriate agroecological tools and strategies to prevent and manage the emergence of the most problematic weeds in 11 biogeographical regions of the European Union, in conventional, organic and mixed farming, as an alternative to the use of synthetic herbicides, which are more harmful to the environment and to human health. Agroecological tools and strategies will also contribute to increasing the biodiversity of ecosystems.
For these trials, we needed an area without cultivation, so the first step was to mark and lay out the area. We had divided the area into small plots so that we can apply to specific areas. Within these plots we have marked small areas of 1 square meter, for areas to be precise, to carry out the evolutionary study, always on the same species, before and after application. The evolutionary study or the efficacy study of the contact bioherbicide product requires us to identify the weed species present before the application. To do this, we count the number of species per square meter and indicate the percent weed cover per square meter. After application, we monitor the effect of the bioherbicide on the weeds. We give the percent control, taking into account what the square meter looked like before the application and what the untreated, or control, areas looked like on the day of the assessment. In horticultural or fruit-growing areas, as we have seen in the pictures, we make the same distinction. The next step in our efficiency test is to calculate and calibrate the application machine. The size of the plot to be treated, the volume of water and the dosage of product, all of which are specified in the protocol, indicate the amount of water and product required for the trial. In our case, the bioherbicide efficacy study will be carried out on an area of 100 square meters, with a water volume or application volume of 3 liters and a product volume of 160 milliliters. Calibration allows us to know how quickly or slowly we need to cover that 100 square meters so that the 3 liters is sufficient and precise, i.e. not too much, but not too little treatment volume for the application to be valid. For calibration, we need to know how much water volume per minute at a standard pressure of 3 bar. In our case, we apply with the sprayer and the experimental application bar. To do this, we timed and measured the milliliters ejected by each nozzle in 60 seconds or 1 minute. We repeat this 3 times in order to average the milliliters per minute used. The calibration of the sprayer and the fact that we know the milliliters per minute help us to control the speed, not too fast and not too slow, so that we don't have too much treatment but not too little either. In our case, and when we are working with extensive crops such as cereals, the application method should be by bar, as this is the experimental practice that is closest to the farmer's reality. In the case of horticultural crops or fruit trees, it is advisable to use a covered lance to avoid possible drift onto the crop. The calibration procedure is the same, but instead of measuring 4 different nozzles, only 1 is measured. Another important point to consider for correct application is the type of nozzle to be used. In the case of the bioherbicide, an anti-drift fan nozzle is recommended. The 4th step after marking and distributing the plot, calculating and calibrating the sprayer, is mixing the product. For this purpose, the volume to be applied is divided equally between 2 measuring jugs. In the first, we put the amount of product to be applied. To do this, add a little water to the backpack, pour the jug of product into it and keep the remaining water to rinse the jug and put it in the backpack.
An important consideration for success in the field is the stage of development of the weeds to be tested. The weeds should be at a development stage of 2 to 4 leaves, with a development height of approximately 10 centimeters. The aim is to control weeds at an early stage of development. The first application should not be made until the target weeds have reached a level suitable for application.
From here we enter the field and continue with the implementation, putting into practice everything we have explained earlier. It is important to remember that the speed of the application is important. The bar or lance with protector to be used will vary according to the type of crop. The marked treatment area and the delimited areas within each treatment will be used for subsequent evaluation of the bioherbicide's efficacy. It is important to follow the instructions in the protocol, which specifies the area to be treated, the amount of water to be used, and the dosage of the product. The protocol also specifies the weed development stage prior to treatment, which should be BBCH 12/14 or 10 cm in height, as well as the identification of the weed species and the number and percentage of weeds covered for subsequent evaluation of efficacy.